Hello, Internet, and welcome to episode 11 of the podcast Equips. Yes, podcast equipped. uh, I'm your host, Miguel Zarate, and alongside with me, as always, is my best friend, John Valencia.
What up, peoples?
How's it going, John? What video games you be playing this week?
I've been playing Valiant Hearts and finally got my hands on Bloodborne.
How's your time with Bloodborne? Is it fucking as bad as me where I just rage quit or I couldn't do anything the first 2 hours, quit that, was like, I'll go back later, played a couple hours later, got a little bit further, then I hit the wall. Cannot do anything else anymore.
Oh,
Give up.
I'm just really surprised on how many ambushes there are in the damn game. I think that's what jump scared me like a couple of times because I'm just running and then just random attack, and then I'm like kill them and then okay whatever another random attack.
Didn't you play the Souls games, John?
Yeah, but they weren't that bad with ambushes. As the first stage on the first stage of that, they weren't that bad with ambushes. You just turn a corner, ambush, turn another corner, ambush, one more corner, a third ambush. I was like, what the hell?
Well, I myself am playing a Souls game that is pissing me off.
Oh,
That I'm dying a lot in, but it's not any of the regular Souls game. It's an indie game, Titan Souls.
ooh, the one that by the people who made Hotline Miami.
Yeah, Devolver Digital, great publisher. Bring a lot of the games to the Vita. Keep them coming, guys. We enjoy your games. But anyways, I'm playing that. If you don't know what that is, I don't know if I discussed this last week. Maybe I did. It's like a Shadow of the Colossus.
Mm-hmm.
You only have boss fights, but what's interesting about this is you only have one arrow. You have one weapon, one arrow, and then you die in one hit. But the bosses also die in one hit.
No, except for the first one, depending on which one you went into.
Which one are you speaking? Oh,
The sludge.
yeah, but yeah, I guess that's true.
That one was an annoying fight for me.
No, that one was fun. I think that was the first fight I went into. And I killed it pretty quickly, actually.
I couldn't. I'm like, okay, hit it and fast. I was like, fuck. Called my arrow back and then I hit more damn sludge and I kept running around the room trying not to get hit by them.
By the way, I love that mechanic that when you're calling your arrow, when you're summoning your arrow back to you, that it also kills and hits.
Yeah.
Love that mechanic. Love it a lot. That whole game design is great. And I just got my hands on Shovel Knight last night.
Did you play it?
Yeah, played the first few levels. Oh my god, it's so fun. The platforming. I forgot how nervous platforming makes me. Because when you get those jumps where if you don't make it, you're going to die. God, hate that. Hate that. I'm so bad at video games. I'm always going to die on those. Surprisingly, I didn't die last night.
I'm like, I think you're just bad at platforming altogether.
No, I'm decent, but I just get nervous. It's like makes my hands sweat. Start getting hives, and I'm just like, can't miss this jump. It'll ruin you. And that's what I've always hated about platformers. You could have full health bar depending on which platformer you're playing. And then you miss one jump and you're dead. It's like, fuck.
Unless you're playing, what is it, Prince of Persia. Rewind that shiz.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a platformer, though. Sonic the Hedgehog. You can have all those coins. It doesn't matter if you fucking fall. What the hell? What's the point?
Oh, you're dead.
And where's Tails? That motherfucker can fly.
He can fly, but he wants to save you. He's mad because he's like, die, bitch. You made me die for nothing sometimes. You left me behind to die.
And Sonic too, man. Why is he flying that plane?
I don't...
You don't need that plane.
He can only travel so fast, Miguel.
I guess. Now, why does Sonic not have a seat? How's he defying gravity? Anyways, I digress. If you didn't know, this is Podcast Equipped. Every week we come over...
Wow.
Excuse me. Every week we come at you equipped with topics from the video gaming industry and discuss them for your listening pleasure. We have a good one for them this week, I think, John, with our topic of the week.
Yes.
I can't say what it is yet.
Well, I will.
No, spoilers just yet. First, we got to get through the news of the week.
Which was really slow this week.
It was a really slow week. Not much news depending on who you are. We try to go for the big name news, which is kind of a mistake because, I mean, not every week's going to be this slow or fast. I mean, especially during this time because we're prepping up for E3 in about a month.
And then
month and a half.
We still need to have our E3 prediction episode.
Yeah, that doesn't come till way later, John. You're jumping the horse here.
No, we
I
plan
mean,
now.
jumping the
We
horse.
jumping the
Let
shark.
the horse pull the wagon first, John.
Okay. I'll let Oregon Trail take its route.
I didn't hear any of that.
I said I'll let Oregon Trail take its route.
Exactly. Just let us get there. Slowly we'll get there.
Until
But
one of us
anyways,
gets dysentery.
So it's not that big of news this week. We'll start off with some Xbox news since we never discuss Xbox as much as we like, as much as I like. Windows 10 will have Xbox Avatar app.
You mean I don't have to turn on my Xbox and customize my avatar?
Yay.
Amazing.
Let's be real. The Xbox avatars were always just rip-offs of me's.
Yeah. Let's see. But you can actually have more in-depth hardcore gaming instead of childish looking avatars.
No, nobody gives a shit about avatars, John. Let's be real. Just do it like PlayStation. Give me a profile picture or a little avatar picture. That's it. That's all I want. Why do we gotta have these things? I mean, at least the Mii's do something.
What do the Mii's do then, huh?
They play tennis. They play baseball. They go bowling.
They
They play Mario Party games.
they cart with Mario.
Exactly. What is the Xbox avatars? They don't even have names.
They're your GT name. My avatar is named Tagless.
And what does Tagless do?
Depending on whatever game I have, I could play with him in Castle Miner, which is a rip-off version of Minecraft.
Oh yeah, the killer app that the Xbox avatars need.
And then there's a thing called Avatar Wars, where you fight in a first-person Avatar game.
You know, it would be great if you can use these avatars in that one game. What is it? I can't remember it. Where the dicks flop, John, everywhere.
Oh, Mount Your Friends.
Mount your friends.
Oh my god.
That's the avatars would be great in that game.
Oh god, I can.
Flying everywhere. You can have your friend's dick flopping in your face.
You can teabag your friends for reals this time.
Or for fakesies.
Okay, while we're on the thing of Microsoft, and I think we said it like about last episode or so about Alan Wake, it's probably not getting its sequel.
Yep, it's not. I'm sorry, John.
I'm so sad.
They released a couple. I think I saw some screenshots that got like, this is what the Alan Wake game was gonna look like.
But now it's not.
It's not. Now it looks like nothing. Sorry, John.
Man, I was like, that's a really good game though.
Didn't that game start out on the PC anyways, or was it a Microsoft exclusive?
I think it started on PC and then it went, and then like I think it was like time exclusive for PC, and then it got ported over to Xbox, or it might just be vice versa.
Vice versa.
Yeah, because
Like a lot of Microsoft games get start off as timed exclusive and then go to PC.
yeah. And then what kind of bummed me out too was that their whole this is gonna be like a sequel, but it's more kind of like a prequel. Like you get more of the character was during Alan Wake's American Horror or American Nightmare.
Is that on PC?
No, that was both on Xbox and PC.
Okay.
It was like a standalone game.
So it's like, what's it called? First Light and stuff like
Yeah. It was kind of like a First Light one.
that. Okay, that's cool.
And this was a game that called out Silent Hill fans.
And did it deliver? Is my question.
It did.
Did you play it?
I did. I like the whole mechanics of trying to weaken the enemy with a flashlight and then shoot them.
Guess what, John?
What?
You're never gonna play the. Wait, they stole those mechanics from Luigi's Mansion.
Oh no.
I just thought of it.
No.
Damn them. Play Luigi's Mansion instead.
Fine. I'll get 10 times. I'll overreact with 10 times jump scares for a Let's Play.
Exactly.
Oh my god, it's a ghost!
That's what the YouTubers do. Oh wait, aren't we YouTubers now?
Oh yeah.
Well, at least I am now a YouTuber officially, I guess.
Yes, we finally uploaded Race the Sun together.
Follow us on Equipped Gaming at youtube.com.
Wow. Selfless, shameless, self-promotion.
Shameless plug. Well, if they're here, I mean, they're already here anyways. Anyways, in other news, John, this actually is old news. And I didn't actually plan to do this, but I'm going to ask anyways. Smash Bros.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know this, John. Nintendo's asking people to vote for characters that they would like to see in Smash Bros.
I already voted.
And you can write in any name you want.
I wrote in the dog from Yoshi's Story.
Did you really?
No.
Okay. No, but the thing that surprised me though is that you can pretty much vote for any character, and they said they don't have to be first party.
What?
So yes, that's what they said. So
See, I didn't know about the first party part.
yeah, it doesn't have to be first party.
Amazing.
So, quick question, John, for you.
Mm-hmm.
If you could have any character in Smash Bros, who would it be?
Manhunt guy.
You're not serious.
No, I'm not serious.
Okay.
But I mean, like, okay, so you know how hilarious it'd be if Nintendo would allow that to happen? Like, Manhunt guy coming up behind Mario, putting a bag over his head.
I doubt that would ever happen.
I'm gonna mod it now. I'm gonna learn how to mod and do that.
That's a model Wii U.
Anyways, let's see. Any character from any franchise.
Yep, pretty much.
Who would I choose? I kind of want Sora from Kingdom Hearts.
Ooh, good choice.
Another sword wielder throw another sword wielder into a fight. Or we can port over Axel for you. You can port over Axel from, what's it called? SOR.
Oh yeah, because that's what people are gonna remember who Axel is.
They'll remember Rue before Axel. The kangaroo?
I know who Rue is.
Damn.
I don't know. I think Shovel Knight is going to be in the game already. Like, that's already a prediction of mine.
Ooh.
Calling it right now, Shovel Knight will be in that game because that started off as a 3DS/Wii U exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Shovel Knight definitely will be in there. I think it'd be smart for Sony to go, Sony or Microsoft to say, hey, you can put any of our characters in there.
Ellie from The Last of Us.
Nope. But my number one choice is somebody who's actually been on a Nintendo platform. Teddy from Persona.
Oh, yeah.
He would fit in right away. Like, he looks like a character that would be in Smash Bros. As it is.
Yeah.
So put Teddy in. Vote. Hashtag vote for Teddy. For Smash Bros.
Teddy or Kuma? They're both the same person.
Teddy.
Yeah, I could see that, using his damn Persona ability as a side B.
Yep. Plus, he just looks so damn cute, just like all the rest of the Nintendo characters.
Okay, yeah. I was like, I can't think of a serious Nintendo character. Yeah, I can't. Can you?
First party Nintendo character?
Yeah, that's serious.
Yeah. The people from Fire Emblem.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Come on, John.
Anyways.
Pay attention.
What else is what else is coming to Xbox One and Xbox 360?
What?
Or it's already out.
That was a bad transition, by the way. Let me just say that. Let the host do the transitionings for you.
Well, then you transition.
You know who else would be fun in Smash Bros?
Who?
The goat from Goat Simulator.
Oh my god.
Which is see, you like that, didn't you? That's right. I made a good transition, John. So fuck you. This is why I'm the host.
I can only do your lick attack. Bug out the whole screen.
But yeah, on that note, Goat Simulator is getting released for the Xbox One and Xbox 360.
Amazing. Where's the PS4 update?
I know. I would like to play this game on my PS4. I don't know why I don't just get it on my what's it called? PC. Because I'm lazy. I don't want it to take up my hard drive space.
Like it does with me.
Exactly. I don't have that much space on my hard drive. Sorry, can't do it. I have a lot of space on my PS4 right now because I'm not buying that many games. Oh, well, I am, but I'm buying mostly indie games. That Spring Fever sale, which just ended this week, by the way, was fantastic. Bought like 3 of those games.
Oh, they're flash sales.
Yeah, I hope we get another flash sale this week because the sales are looking pretty weak this week.
Yeah.
I mean, not the GTA. The Call of Duty sales are pretty bad. They put like 4 games on sale, and the cheapest game is Ghost, which is last year's iteration, and it's like $20 still.
Yeah.
Yay. The GTA sale that was last week. They put pretty much every GTA on sale, and most of them were under $5.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised you didn't get Vice City.
I forgot to.
I was like,
I should have. But I could just go on Steam and get them all for like what? fucking pack of like
Well, it usually goes on sale like when they have a Rockstar sale or a GTA sale. I got all the games like
for how much? Like fucking $10.
$4.99.
See?
I think it was $4.99.
Or don't the Steam still do that share game shit?
I think so. I don't know. I think now you can just stream your games. I just don't know how to do that.
I see, I see. I would like to do that. I would just go on your account, play it.
Miguel plays.
You're never on Steam anyways.
I'm always on Steam.
Never on Steam.
I just bought 4. Oh no! I can't buy the game now. God damn it!
What game?
I was gonna buy the Cat Lady. It was a side-scrolling point-and-click game, and now I can't buy it because my bank messed up my account.
Just an adventure game, John.
I don't care.
Don't let the titles fool you. Those were the original OG adventure games.
Hell yeah! It was horror elemented too, and I was looking forward to play
I
it.
still buy it.
I don't want to buy it for $10.
Oh my god, how much is it right now?
I think like $1.99.
If you love it and you want it, you buy it
Eventually.
eventually. You know what game I wish that was on, John? And you probably wish it was on?
What?
The PlayStation Vita.
No.
Seamless transitions, folks. I'm getting good at my job.
Insult to injury.
Better in every week.
I think that was an insult to injury.
But yes, PlayStation Vita. As you know, John, there was a leak this week saying that the PlayStation Vita was going to get a new design.
I know. I was so happy for it. I was gonna trade up in a heartbeat.
I couldn't believe this. If this was news, I thought Sony was actually crazy enough to do it though. Releasing a third iteration of the Vita, maybe more powerful. Because if you didn't know, the Vita got more power after this update that's supposed to come soon, where it gets rid of a lot of apps. That is supposed to like clear up 30% of like memory on the Vita. So you can make games better on the Vita now after removing all those apps. So I thought for a second that we did think this leak was legit. That I thought that they could make more powerful games and that they were thinking about relaunching the Vita, kind of like how remember when the 3DS first came out, it was failing completely. I don't know if you remember that, but it was failing completely when it first came out, and then fucking Nintendo just turned it around like a snap of a finger.
Yeah, I remember
I thought
that.
that's what was gonna happen with the Vita. I thought like, okay, E3, they're gonna announce that they're gonna double down on the Vita, and like re-release this new 3000 model that included an HDMI cable and better stuff, and maybe who knows, new triggers or something.
Yeah. See, that's what got me was like, oh, an HDMI port on there. For me, in that perspective, it would have made like game capturing on the Vita so much easier.
Yeah. Well, see, but then that would make PSTV. Like, what was the point of that?
That's true.
So, who knows? That was my dream scenario. That's what they were gonna do, and they were gonna announce like GTA for the GTA San Andreas stories, and some infamous game for the Vita, and some God of War game for the Vita or something.
See, I don't know. Like, I've been talking to my coworker a lot lately, and he kept telling me like, oh, I hear PlayStation gonna be doing a lot of things for Vita during E3 this year.
Where is he hearing this stuff? I haven't heard any of this.
I was like, I don't know. Like, I was like looking, I was like, maybe. But then in my back of my head, I'm just like,
No.
probably not. I was like,
the only time of year they'll ever talk about the Vita and announce things for the Vita on stage is at PSX.
and it's probably for like a good 5 minutes.
Yeah, how long was it? It was about 10 minutes. They showed a lot of games, but of course most of them were indie, which I don't mind because there's a lot of good indie games out there. And Titan Souls and Hotline Miami and Shovel Knight prove that.
I'm still waiting for Severed. Still waiting for Severed.
See, the last time they actually did talk about a big AAA title on a big stage that wasn't their own little stage was at Gamescom, where they announced I remember when they announced Borderlands 2 coming to the Vita, and I couldn't believe that.
Yeah.
And of course we got in, and I really wish they didn't do that, but whatever.
I was like, Borderlands is fun, but I don't think like it should be played on the Vita.
It really shouldn't be. Sorry. Whatever. If they would have made it a little bit better, then maybe, but I think you just got to build dedicated games for it. That's all. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like you gotta like Gravity Rush. That was a great game, fun game, made for the Vita. Tearaway, made for the Vita. Great games. And the Uncharted game wasn't bad, but I mean,
They
you
try
could
to
already
use.
play. You can play those on your console, and those are big cinematic experiences.
I mean, that one tried to incorporate everything from the Vita.
Yeah, which I didn't like too much. Like I hated doing the stupid rubbing the paper. That was a little tedious, and it's like, why am I doing this?
Do
But yeah,
this.
something like Infamous would work on there.
Mhm.
Like just fun gameplay. You just go around capturing these bases and doing that stuff.
No, that sounds like a mobile idea.
No, it's not. No, not the tower defense games. But anyways, turns out, John, those those leaks were real, but it's not what we thought.
Oh.
They were just trademarking the design of the Vita, the positioning of the buttons.
Oh. Good for Sony trademarking
So-
that shit.
Yeah, because as we know, they always forget to trademark their stuff.
Did we trademark Last
Last
Guardian?
I thought you did.
We better trademark it.
Shu, did you do it? No, I ordered you to do it. All right, guys, that was racist. we love Shuhei Yoshida. Even though when we met him at PSX, he looked very tired.
We were all tired by day 2.
Yeah. We got a picture with him, though.
Yeah.
Got a picture with Shu and
It's-
Adam, boys.
Insert both pictures here.
Who are you going to do that?
Yeah, send me the pictures and I'll do it.
All right. But what happens if we... See, this is another thing we got to discuss, John. We're going to actually try to get this thing on podcast stuff. So if you are listening to this on a podcast site,
You won't be
you
able to
find
see
us
it.
at the YouTube. Equip Gaming.
Equip Gaming, yeah.
Anyway, I don't have a good transition for this one, so I'm going to just go into it, John.
All right.
We've made it to our topic of the week.
Ba-da-dun, dun-dun-dun.
Topic
of the week.
Common misconceptions about video games and gamers.
Oh.
Topic that I've for a while, and I just want to sit every person who judges video games down to like listen to this, to what we're about to say, because there's too many times when you get weird looks at work from people who don't understand it. Like people are like, "You still play video games?
Mm.
Like why?" And I'm like, "You still watch movies? Why?" Like same thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a form of entertainment that we do. It's like a hobby for me. I mean, you're allowed to go out there and go bowling every week and go do whatever you want. And you're like, why do you do that? You don't make money on it. Yeah, I do it to relax. Guess what I do? I play video games to relax and get entertained and like to cry, and because it is an art form.
Mhm.
But anyways, let's go down a list, John, that we have.
Okay.
This is conceptions about video games and gamers alike. And let's discuss them.
All right.
Let's break it down because we are gamers, and I guess we are a little biased, but that's because we actually know what we're talking about. I rather be informed and know what I'm talking about than somebody who doesn't even play video games to tell me what I'm supposed to be, what society says I am, and they don't even know what a video game actually is these days.
It's grown
Yeah.
very rapidly.
Very rapidly, really, it really is. So let's go down some of our lists here.
All right. Go off, Miguel. You read the first one.
All right. The video game community is a male-driven community.
Is it now? Is it?
It's not. I mean, this might surprise some of y'all, but some studies show from anywhere from 45 to like 50 or even more, even a little bit above that, maybe 52, 53. Of course, there's always a plus and minus for these things. Females are playing video games just as much as males are these days.
What? Why do they seem so rare then?
They're not. I just feel like they're like the rest of us. They think that people are going to look down on them, especially if they are female girls. Let's be real. Part of Gamergate, and I know we're going to go into a taboo subject here, but you know what? If we're going to be in this community, John,
Mm.
we got to be able to talk about it. Some of the Gamergate stuff was kind of right, and some of it was wrong. I don't know if you've delved into it as much as I have. I studied a lot on it just this past week. But basically, yeah, a lot of girls, they get, they can't feel comfortable sometimes. They're not made felt comfortable by the community and by other people because they're gonna be like, you play video games, you know what I mean? Aren't
Yeah.
you supposed to be a girl? Isn't that a guy's thing? So some of them are made to feel bad about it, which is dumb. They shouldn't make you feel bad. They're just video game players like the rest of us.
Yeah. I see what you're getting at though.
Yeah. So that is a really big false one because there's as many girls out there playing video games, and if you go to conventions, you'll see that. That's where they all are. You'll see that. You'll be able to meet them. They're just like the rest of us.
Not like they cosplay.
They cosplay a lot. They look good in them. I don't. But yeah, so that's a big misconception, and you can see that even coming out. Like, look at the new Laura Croft.
Yeah, that's right.
I would say maybe 15, 10 years, or, well, okay, I'm getting a little too bad here. 15 years ago was barely 2000. I'm starting to see my age come in. I'm only 23, but I am. But what they call it? No, I would say 20 years ago, you may have been right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There probably was more males back then when there was just arcade and small games. But look at the biggest example is Laura Croft. She was clearly made for guy gamers back in the day. Short shorts, tight waist, big boobs.
My arms feel stronger now.
Yes, exactly. It's that thing. And then look at this Tomb Raider, the new one, the new and improved Laura Croft. She looks like a normal human being, like an average woman you'd see on the streets, not some bimbo with
Busty
big boobs
woman.
and like wearing a half shirt when she's raiding tombs, which makes no sense.
It's perfectly makes sense. It's hot in those tombs with the damn torch running around everywhere.
Oh, it's not. It's cold down there, John.
It's hot with that damn torch.
But anyways, you see what I'm getting at though is that she's made to look more like a regular person, and she could be a role model to women out there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's one example. But then look at a big series like Mass Effect. You can play as FemShep
Oh yeah.
and just go about her business. She could be a captain on this big spaceship and lead their people, and no one will question it.
Mm-hmm. There's like a lot of, and then too with the gaming community, like compared from then to now, there's a lot of more female leads in the game
Yeah.
stories.
Yeah. I mean, Nintendo, we talk about Nintendo being backwards sometimes, but they really started it with Samus.
Yeah.
People were shocked when Samus was shown as a girl. You know what I mean? It's like, whoa, I was playing as a girl that whole time? Whoa. Nowadays, it's like, it's not even a thought, It's like, well, who do I want to be? Most games have game creators or character creators now, so you could be like, well, who do I want to be? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could be a guy. I mean, most of the time I'm going to be a guy because that's who I identify with. But if somebody wants to be a girl, that's fine with me too.
So I'm gonna switch genders and see how this plays out.
Yeah. Exactly. So, yeah, common misconception number 1.
So the
Stabbed through.
debunk. Debunk.
Continue down the list. Only kids play video games.
Miguel, how old are you? I know you just mentioned it.
I'm a 23-year-old male. How old are you, John?
I am 22.
How old most of the people playing video games?
Between the ages of 18 to 49.
Yep. About 53%. Fuck. Well, of course we are, though. We're the ones who grew up with it. It only makes sense that it grows with us.
Mm-hmm.
We're pretty much the first generation of console gamers. Is the way I'm gonna put it. Because around 85 to we'll say, I don't know. We're scratching on the surface that we were one of the first console generations.
We might be a second gen, actually. Might be.
Well, you know what I mean? Because the first console that really caught on was the Nintendo.
Yeah.
Like Atari, yeah, I guess we might be able to count the Atari. Fine, we'll say we're second gen. Or second gen.
Yes.
We'll say actually we're third gen.
Third gen.
Sega Genesis.
Ooh, yes.
Right.
Yeah, that's about.
I'll say third gen. But anyways, it only makes sense that we're still a young medium, and yes, I use we're a community out here, just like the gays. Just
Hell
like
yeah.
the women, we're all a community, just like the Americans. America, we're all Americans here.
We're all
Anyways,
fat asses.
but no. What was I saying? I lost my train of thought.
We're all a community, and then you went off your community tangent.
Yes, but sorry. What was that? I just forgot now. Damn it. No, but it only makes sense that they grow with us because, like I said, we're the first generation that done it, and it's no longer a taboo, I guess, as much amongst our age group because we've been playing it our whole lives. It only makes sense. Like, I've been playing games since I was 5 years old, 4 years old, since I picked up that Genesis controller, and I've loved it and fell in love with it ever since. So it's like, why would, why would I give that up if I didn't have to? Or, you know what I mean? It makes it's whatever I grew up with. If somebody started playing soccer from when they were a kid and it's not questioned, why should this be questioned?
Yeah.
You know?
And
So
then,
yeah.
what also shocked me is that when I was doing the research for this part, is that there's also like people who are over 60 still playing, and it's still like their percentage is over the ones that are under 18. They like I think they clocked in like at 29% that are over 60 that are still gamers.
I don't know about that though, because that may be what we talk about here in the past, and that may be more of the mobile market.
Oh, shoot. I didn't take that into consideration.
Yeah, I would say the mobile market is a big thing on that, because they include that in this. Some of these studies they include that in.
We need a better precise one.
Yeah. Well, what makes also more sense to me is we could actually afford to buy video games. Video games aren't cheap, people. $60 a pop
It's either
for a new retail game.
do I choose to buy another controller or should I just buy a game?
Exactly. So it's not cheap. So it only makes sense that the people who actually have money, which are not the children, I'm sorry, they only make up like 18% of this fucking thing. And they don't have money. They can't afford this. They can't go out there and buy their own consoles. They have to wait till their parents buy it for them.
Or wait for Christmas?
Yeah, you know what I mean? So we buy all the games. We can have the free money that we want to go out there and buy whatever we want, whenever we want. 'Cause we're adults.
Ooh, Uncharted 4 a collector's edition, $400. Fuck yes.
Or something like that. So we can afford it. So it only makes sense that we're the ones purchasing them. Anyways, we'll see. Let's see what else is on our list. That's good. Ugh, this one.
What?
This old one. The old video games make you violent.
They do. Haven't you seen me break down boxes in a violent way because of Tetris?
No, this one has always bothered me. In fact, I wrote a college paper on this before.
That's good. Yeah. That's like I think it did one on that one too.
It's like it just makes no sense. Violence has been around in books, in books for a while. So it's like, does reading a book make somebody angry? Does that make them some bad? And in most cases, it has proven that it does because you could write something and inspire people like Hitler did. But that's just my point. Anything can make you violent. But I don't think any form of entertainment is an excuse.
That cartoon my kid was watching the other night displayed a cat chasing a mouse with a gun. I don't think my kid's gonna do the same thing.
Exactly. It's asinine to say that. It's all about, yes, the parenting. It's all about who you are as a person. If you have some mental instability before that, then of course you're going to be more prone to it. But if you're a normal cognitive person who can think and dissect whether a situation is right or wrong, then yes, you are a normal person and you are not affected by this in any way. Just like, because I've been playing video games my whole life. Never once thought about going out and getting a hooker and smashing her face in and taking the money back.
Please me, then I'll pay you. Walk out the thing. Oh, she's driving. Hit her with the car.
Exactly. Nobody's ever done that because of GTA. And if they did, it's because they had some preconceived problem with them as it was. That they didn't think that they couldn't separate, this form of art and entertainment from real life.
Mm-hmm.
So they had a problem before that. What do you think?
I think so. Yeah, I think so too. Like it could be like drug, substance, or something, or trouble at home.
Yeah. So you had problems before. So that's not an excuse, and you can't blame video games for that at all.
See, and then with the violence in with video games, I think what they were trying to at least get at with that was that's the reason why behind school shootings was because of video games.
They wanted to blame Doom.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, and it's just stupid. It's really dumb because, like I said, violence was around before the video games. I mean, this was back in the day when, what did that happen? Columbine happened in '97.
I think so.
So look at the graphics of the games that were released back then.
Yeah.
And how come nobody looked at the movies and was like looking at movies that had gun violence? Like, there's some movies fucking before '97. Jesus, I can't even think right now. Die Hard. Maybe like Die Hard.
I was gonna go with Rambo.
Or Rambo. Yeah, Rambo was fucking violent. So they never said somebody watched that movie and wanted to go stab a guy's eye out.
Oh jeez.
That's what Rambo did. Or Terminator.
Oh, I forgot about
on
Terminator.
somebody. So why do they gotta blame a video game like Doom?
Mm-hmm. Cause it's a new medium.
It's a new medium, and people are, and you know, when people don't understand something, they're afraid of it.
So you shoot it down as quick as possible.
That's another problem I have. The people who aren't in the community, who don't play video games, always like, you play video, they judge you, but then it's like, what do they know about the medium that they can speak out about?
Mm-hmm.
This is why I always want to sit somebody down who doesn't play video games and show them something like The Last of Us. Show them something like Uncharted. Show them something like, heck, if they're a fan of Star Wars, Mass Effect, or Halo. It's like you love these things. If you love Indiana Jones, go play an Uncharted game. It's like you get to be Harrison Ford. It's like you get to be him.
And play through how you would do it. Through your experience, pretty much.
Exactly. And you can't get that from any other medium. And that's why I think video games are art, man. And a lot of people don't think that. A lot of people think that they're just a passing fad that'll be going away.
They keep saying it's gonna go away, but it keeps getting stronger and stronger.
Exactly. It's the next level. That's the way I call it. Because first we had books.
Mm-hmm.
You got to read it. You got to do it. You got to, imagine how it was in your head. And that's how the artist wanted to do it. And then we got movies.
No, you got... If we're going to go like to the timeline of entertainment, it was books, and then we had the radio.
Yep, radio, and then you had like them reading it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had movies.
Then the TV.
Where you got to watch it unfold on screen, and you can see and you can hear the music and the sounds. And you didn't have to think for yourself, but this is different. Because now you get to actually control it.
And you're immersing yourself in there.
Exactly. And I never thought about this before, but so when you watch a movie and you think like there's an evil character or a protagonist has a choice to make in a movie, it's like the Batman, Dark Knight. He has to choose, does he save the girl he loves or does he save Harvey?
Mm-hmm.
Harvey Dent. And, he has to choose. Joker makes him choose, and he has to make a choice, and he feels bad. And, you see that, and you didn't have to make that choice. But in video games, sometimes these choices are presented to you, like in The Walking Dead.
Oh, God. I think that's like Telltale games.
Make the choice.
Yeah.
You make the choice, and then you have to deal with the consequences, and you can feel the guilt of that. You know what I mean? Because I know that's what I experienced when I played them. Like, do I save, whose kid do I save? Is that the first one?
Yeah, that was in the first episode.
Like, you have to decide between saving two children, I think it is.
Yeah. Or it's save either Herschel's son or save Duck.
Exactly, which is, you're like, at that point, when you're traveling companion's son. And so you got to choose between saving these two kids, and you're like, well, fuck. And you feel bad about the choices you make, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Makes you responsible, makes you feel like you did something wrong, no matter if you made the right quote-unquote choice. But in movies, you can't get that. Books, you can't get that. Unless, of course, it's Goosebumps. You choose your own route novels.
You chose to go into the dark dungeon. Turn to page 342.
I
You fell down the stairs and landed on you landed on a nail. You died. The end.
So yeah, that's why I'd say it's a beautiful thing, man. It's interactive art. That's all it is. Something like Journey or Flower.
Oh God, I love Flower.
Like just a pedal in the wind. Like, whoa.
That's a very calming game. It's very calming.
You know what I mean? With something like that. So I think they're an art form and they don't get the respect that everything is. Which is another reason why, even if you don't respect it as an art, you got to respect the money. Right now, video games are the biggest entertainment money capital in terms of money in the world. You know what I mean? They have the biggest industry. They're bigger than the movie industry. They're bigger in the TV industry right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that, John. That wasn't on our list, but that is the fact right now.
Yeah, that's like, I did not know that.
Yeah, $60 a game compared to like $10 to buy a movie ticket.
Yeah.
Of course, we're a bigger industry. And look how much the cost of games are going up now. Some of them are bigger than movies at this point. I think GTA 5 was up there with Avatar in terms of like $500 million to develop that game.
Yeah.
And then made all its money back. It turned out to be the biggest entertainment, the quote, entertainment release ever in history. Because it made like fucking, I don't even know, $1 billion in one day.
Yeah. I think no, didn't they make like break even just on pre-orders alone?
Yeah, and then they made $1 billion profit.
Damn.
In a day. I think it was $1 billion. Might have been like 100 million or something. I'm pretty sure. Let me see. I'm gonna get the facts right for these people.
The facts never matter. Shh.
This ain't news. Or news outlet, pretty much.
Every news outlet out there.
Yeah. But yeah, it's something really big. But the fact that it was the biggest entertainment release of all time, that shows you where we're at. And I don't understand why people don't respect. Respect it. Respect this as a genre, as an art.
As an art, like it took a while for at least what.
Okay,
Nintendo's.
It was just below 1 billion. It was 800 million.
Jeez.
That's 200 million away.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot of money in one day, 24 hours. That's not even all time. As of May 2014, 1.98, almost $2 billion in revenue.
Jesus Christ.
And that's just one game, and that's like the biggest franchise of all time.
No, what are they going to incorporate with in GTA 6?
Who knows, but I don't know.
10 times bigger map than Los Santos. 5 playable characters. And day 1 multiplayer.
So then think about that, though. And then the old thing, like, when you used to play video games, I mean, my mom never said this, and I'm pretty sure your mom, but it's like, what are you doing all day? You should be doing something, You're never going to get a job in video gaming. Well, look, Mom, I'm pretty sure video games are like a $7 billion industry now.
Yeah.
There's plenty of jobs to do it. Hopefully one day, if we're lucky enough, John, this could be our job, just talking about video games.
Talking about video games, let's playing video games.
Write about video games.
Do a top 10 list of video games again.
I don't care. I want to just, it's a good hobby to have right now. Video games are the hottest thing. I mean, YouTube, the platform is just pretty much turned into a video game. Like you look at the top 10 YouTubers.
It's like PewDiePie is going to be up there, and then like whatever.
Smosh games.
Yeah.
PewDiePie is number 1, isn't he?
Yeah, he has like 36 million.
Exactly. So, and then the fact that Google bought Twitch.
Yes, they did.
Pretty much just for video games.
Now, are we gonna have to make another Gmail account just to use Twitch again?
Yep.
Damn.
Which we need to talk about off podcast. We want to make our equipped Twitch channel.
Let the viewers decide.
You decide.
Oh yeah, reference. There we go. What else is there on the list? Do video games, Miguel, do you think they desensitize you?
Well, it goes back to violence. So no.
No, it did with me. Nothing's
gonna desensitize me, Nothing will prepare me for seeing something in real life, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can watch movies. I can play all these video games. But if I'm ever unfortunate to be in a situation where I have to see somebody lying in a pool of blood before me, no, it's not going to be the same. I'm going to freak out no matter what. No matter how many games I've played, nothing will prepare me for that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm trying to think like other situations like with
Okay,
me, okay,
so
like with me being robbed from where I work.
yeah, like you were robbed. You were
Yeah,
like,
yeah, like okay, like how we're supposed to act is like, oh, don't just give him the money, and then there's the thing where you have to, where you're naturally gonna act. I talked the guy out of it, but still, it's like, am I gonna be like the people like, oh crap, this is gonna like in games and anything, it's like this person is gonna shoot me, I'm gonna die, blah 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 blah.
man, like nothing can prepare you to having a gun pulled on you.
Yeah.
Nothing, nothing yet. So sorry guys, doesn't desensitize me, at least for me. So I think it's false.
And then
Um,
we touched on this, right? Are video games a waste of time?
I mean, no, for me it's just like reading a book. I don't think anybody will say reading a book's a waste of time.
It is a waste of time. There's movies for that.
Yeah, it's just a hobby at this point for me. You know, it's a big hobby, a part of my life. I do a lot of video gaming.
Even
Here.
even when we're not gaming, we're still like, oh, let's watch news of video gaming. Let's listen
Yeah,
to a
because it's something I
podcast.
love. You know what I mean? It's something I love. So it's for me, it's a hobby. That's what I'm gonna call it at this point. And if people are allowed to have hobbies, if you want to go out and bowl every weekend and join a league, or play tennis and join a league, or whatever, start a knitting circle or book club, do it. If that's what you want, your time is how you spend your time is, and if you think it's right, that's up to you. That's all in the eye of the beholder. But don't judge me because I'm doing something I love.
Ew, you're playing Halo? Gross.
Which will go to this one. Gamers are antisocial
Oh no. Yes, I like to sit in my room at the dark in front of my laptop.
all day. Like, when I say I play a lot of video games, I do, and video games do consume a lot of my life because I do this. I do stuff like this podcast. I'm gonna start doing Let's Plays. I play the games I want to play off screen. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But at the same time, if my coworkers want to go out and have a beer or party or whatever, I'm gonna go do that. Video games don't stop me from being social. And while a lot of them don't understand it, and maybe they do judge me a little bit, they still talk to me like I'm normal. They don't see me as, some of them see me as a nerd. But that's another thing I want to talk about. I like how we kind of flipped that on them. Like, being a nerd in 2015 is cool.
Hmm.
It's kind of a cool thing these days. I mean, if if back in the day you say you like the thing, something like Game of Thrones, which can be compared to like a D&D,
Yeah.
you'd be called a nerd. It's like, oh, you like all that fantasy crap? But now it's popular. And same thing with Walking Dead. Me and you have always loved zombies.
Yeah.
Starting with my love for Resident Evil when I first played it when I was a kid.
Mine was, I think, Night of the Living Dead with movies.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter where it came from, but like it goes back to the immersion thing. You watch Night of the Living Dead.
Hmm.
I played Resident Evil and was that character. I was Leon.
You were Leon.
I ran through those zombies and they jumped at me. But no, what was I saying? So I forgot what I was saying.
The nerd community.
Yeah, we kind of own that like now these days. Like I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm a video game nerd. Whatever, cool.
What do you like? I like Doctor Who.
Well, then you're a fucking
Who-
detective nerd. I don't care.
A Whovian.
Like you own it. Like I'm glad that we can break down these. We're slowly breaking down these barriers to where eventually it will become the norm. Because I think as our generation starts taking over more and more and more, well, we're gonna have less people who understand it, who
Mhm.
understand video games. Because even some of the coworkers at work who don't play video games, they still know about them. You know what I mean? They know what I can tell them, hey, do you know what a PS4 is? Yeah, they know what a PS4 is. Do you know what Halo is? Yeah. It's not back in the day where in like the 90s, every video game console, no matter what you were talking about, was Nintendo.
Hmm.
It's like oh, have you seen that new Nintendo they got? And it's a PlayStation or a Sega. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything goes to Nintendo. These days, I think most parents who have kids will know, okay, that's a PlayStation. Okay, that's an Xbox.
That's a Steam box.
No, nobody knows. Nobody knows what the fuck a Steam box is, John. Sorry.
That's an Ouya.
That's new, yeah. Yeah, I know what an Ouya is. No, but for the most part, the popular consoles, they know what they are. So, and I think as we go older and once we turn into the old people, we've grown up with it. We know what video games are. So
Well,
we know how to help our kids with that. And we won't try to make stupid laws saying banning video games because we know what they actually are.
Except then we got those weird, bizarre games that we get sometimes.
Well, I mean, yeah. But then it's like, where do we go from here? Oculus? Where's that going to lead?
That's gonna lead to Sword Art Online.
Maybe.
We're all gonna get stuck in the virtual world.
Virtual world. I don't know. I was normally. I haven't made that joke this week. What's it called joke? The copyright joke.
Oh. Well, let's do it now. If
the copyright is gonna get us copyright. Anyways, that's been podcast equipped episode 11.
Has
Hope
it?
you learned something. Hope you feel like you can talk to you. Let's have a new thing. Each day we must enlighten somebody about video games, John.
Okay.
I don't know. I try to.
I tried with my coworker to expand his thing. He's like, "Have you played Diablo 3?" I was like, "Yeah, but I didn't really like it." "Oh, well, I'm doing this in Diablo." I was like, "Well, you could have turned the conversation on why I don't like it." instead
of like why you like it, like why don't you like it? And there's too many misconceptions that'll keep going, but they'll slowly get faded out
as the community grows and grows.
Exactly. And it's growing.
Grows.
It's rapidly growing. More people are gaming now than ever, and of course it'll keep growing. And like I said, if I could just show people what The Last of Us does, makes me cry, or I can show you anything like BioShock Infinite. All these games that have great stories, and even the games that don't have stories, like Titan Souls, the music, you know what I mean?
Yes, I love
the level
music.
design. It's just like a film director.
Mm-hmm.
You shoot from your angles. You decide how these bosses are going to move. That's a level design.
I was like, there's a lot of things that we can actually try to debunk in this podcast, but we need a lot of time.
Yeah. But it's been a good one. I think we talked a lot about it.
I think we hit like the main key points in the misconceptions.
Yep. So you can always follow me on Twitter at Mig_EZ. My name, of course, is Miguel Tlate, if you didn't catch that, and if you're new. You can follow him at Twitter at Tagless02 and at YouTube at Tagless02. His name is John Valencia, of course.
Yo!
Of course, this podcast comes to you every Thursday at youtube.com. Equipped Gaming is our channel name. Anything else? We're going to try to get this on some podcasting services.
So if you guys know one other than SoundCloud, much appreciated.
There's some out there. We're going to do some research. Hopefully next week we can have official release. But for now, you can catch us on, I think I said it already, YouTube every Thursday.
Yep.
Catch our Let's Plays.
Saturdays,
Mondays, and Wednesdays.
Yes.
We're trying to have a set schedule for you guys, and we'll hope to make these things go. So, hope you have a good week. Keep on gaming. Don't be a jerk.
Don't.
Love the community. Don't be a fanboy. Anything you want to throw in there, John?
PC is the master race. You said love the community.
I do love the community. I love you no matter who you are, unless you're ignorant. Don't. Okay, let me say this. One last thing.
Go on.
Don't be one of these misconceptions.
Yes.
So that's another thing. Some of these people actually are antisocial. If you read any YouTube comments, some of these people are antisocial. Mm-hmm. So.
Don't be the 1% in these misconceptions.
Yeah.
Probably more.
Anyways, have a good week. Thank you for listening to Podcast Equipped.
And we shall see you later, Internet.
Goodbye.